The Space Marine video is still coming, I just haven't had the time to put it all together yet. But in the meantime, I want to discuss what I think is one of the dumbest arguments that is still surprisingly prevalent in the Escape from Tarkov community, and that is the question of realism. If your argument for something in Escape from Tarkov is it's realistic, I don't think you have much of a leg to stand on. The realism argument for gameplay and balancing changes in Escape from Tarkov was valid maybe 6 years ago, when that was still a very clear priority for the game, but nowadays, the game is filled with so much stuff that just doesn't make sense from a realistic lens. The low-hanging fruit is, of course, the AI health pools. Every single scav boss in the game is capable of surviving a headshot from numerous types of rounds. Even worse, Kaban, the Goons, Partisan, Zerachi, and Tagilla are all capable of face-tanking M62. If a 308 round rips through your skull and out the back, your brain, which is noticeably in the way, probably isn't doing too well. Another funny little AI quirk is the Cultists and Bird Eye's ability to sprint in complete silence. This isn't even a joke about Tarkov's terrible new audio. They are literally completely silent when they are sprinting. Whether it's grass or gravel, they make no noise as they run at you with malicious intent. And the final funny that I am going to mention is Kalante's magical nightstick that has the ability to jam your gun. He is literally intimidating a piece of steel and wood into having performance issues. I don't even know how you could begin to defend the realism on this. No. Then there's the painkillers. Ibuprofen is a miracle drug that acts instantly and allows you to sprint after jumping from a 3-story building. Vaseline is just as effective as morphine, and Golden Star Bomb is more effective than medically isolated adrenaline. I am aware that the Vaseline and Golden Star Bomb are localized jokes, however the painkiller system in its entirety just doesn't make sense from a realistic standpoint. I don't care how much morphine you inject into your body, there is no way you are going to be able to sprint on the ankle that was just blown off by 12-gauge buckshot. Helmets are another point of contention. Modern military helmets are designed to protect from shrapnel and explosions, not direct impacts from bullets. Something that is designed to protect against bullets is the Atomic Defense Face Mask, which in real life has a protection of 3A, which, if I'm not mistaken, means it is rated to stop up to 44 Magnum rounds. Do you know what it cannot stop? Any type of rifle round that isn't made of paper. Despite this fact, in Escape from Tarkov, it is able to stop numerous types of 7.62, 5.45, 5.56, 308, and much more. Another feature in Escape from Tarkov is the need to look after the nutrition of your PMC. Obviously, in order for someone to survive, they need to eat food and drink water. Now, a normal human being can go roughly 3 weeks without food. Obviously, if you are doing strenuous activities such as sprinting around, getting shot at, trying not to die, the length of time that you can go without food is going to decrease significantly, which is why your PMC starves to death in 35 minutes. Really? The gluttonous bastard will keel over and die if he is not munching on something every half hour. There are so many other things in Escape from Tarkov that just don't make sense from the realistic lens. For example, traders, weapon durability, ammo availability, several different types of quests, and Jaeger in his entirety. Now, anyone with even a slight level of game literacy understands that a lot of this is done for the sake of gameplay. BSG wanted helmets to be a viable tool in a game where your most significant threat is bullets, so they made helmets significantly more protective than they would be in real life. They wanted scav bosses to be actual genuine threats rather than walking loot crates, so they made them tankier. They wanted Kalante to have a unique mechanic, so they introduced his stun. It doesn't make it a good thing, but I can understand where they're coming from. They wanted a nutrition mechanic that you actually had to worry about, so they gave your PMC the metabolism of a blue whale. I can understand all these changes, which is why it baffles me that people are still using realism as an argument for things. It just doesn't make sense. When I complained about how dark New Factory was, I got quite a few comments saying that, well, an abandoned building is gonna be dark in real life, so it's realistic, and it's like, cool, I get that. It doesn't make it any less of a pain in the ass to play on, though. In summary, the question of realism does not belong in an argument about the gameplay or balance of things in Escape from Tarkov. Even changes that might seem like they were done for realism's sake were actually done for gameplay purposes. For example, the addition of inertia. Yeah, that's a realistic change. In real life, you can't just stop sprinting immediately. But it wasn't done for that sake. It was done because Ferrari peaks were the most annoying thing to fight against in the game. In order for an argument on Tarkov to hold weight, it needs to have more support than it's realistic. Tarkov isn't a milsim. It hasn't been, and it's not trying to be. And that will conclude my rant on this topic. As is probably evident by the massive break in videos that I just had, school has been brutal. So I'm doing my best. Hopefully I've found my rhythm and I should be back to uploading on a more consistent basis. I will be changing the day I upload to Saturdays at 3 p.m. I think this will make it easier for me to get videos out on a consistent basis. Also, the Space Marine video is coming hopefully next week. I feel bad making a guarantee because I've already messed up 3 times at this point, but that video is still coming. Do not fret. Otherwise, just thank you so much for watching, especially all the way to the end, and I really hope you enjoyed.